Hi, my name is Henry Cobb. I'm a piano student here at Western in the music education program. When I auditioned at Western, like you are now, if you're preparing for an audition, I was really nervous. And everyone here did their absolute best to make me as calm as possible on my big audition day. And I would say, as for auditions, you should try and remember that you're going into music for a reason, and you obviously have some level of passion about it, and that's really what they're looking for. And as much as it's good to have a successful audition and get through your pieces and such like that, I think it's more about expressing your musicality and interest in music and desire to study it. Well, on a regular day, it's lots of practicing, of course. There's many things you have to practice for, besides your private lessons. If you're in any ensembles for piano, then there's that to worry about. I'm in the jazz ensemble here, and I'm in a Western jazz combo as well. So it's lots of practicing and things like that. You get into a certain routine with it. If you get here early in the morning and you get to come in one of these rooms and play, depending on which year you're in, you'll have a different schedule and things like that. First and second year are pretty intensive with the gym program, general integrated musicianship. And when you get in third year, you move into, second and third year, you're doing the instrument courses, which is lots of fun, learning all the instruments. And you'll have to practice those as well. So you'll get used to, even if you're a piano player or a vocalist, you'll get used to carrying around some boxes. There's 2 days of the week, Tuesday and Thursday, where I have to carry either a flute or a clarinet or a saxophone, as well as a violin or a viola to school. So it looks very funny to walk into your non-music class with a clarinet and a viola or violin in your hand. As for when things end, sometimes the nights go pretty late. Like I have jazz rehearsal 7 to 9 on Tuesday and Thursday, and then you might have night class on Wednesday. So your days will be pretty full. Sometimes I'm here from 8:30, and I leave for lunch at 2 o'clock, and then I come back until 9 or 10. As well, you might have to work to fit other things in. Like you'll find the time. But I think the thing to remember is, even though you have a busy schedule, you don't have a busy schedule in the sense of an engineering student, because hopefully you really like everything you're doing, and you really don't mind being here for so long. For instance, if you've ever spent days in the summer where you basically just play piano or then play guitar and then maybe practice trumpet or something like that for the whole day, it's kind of like that. Like, you'll want to be doing everything that you're doing. And so the days really don't end up feeling that long. So I play in the Western Jazz Band here. I'm the piano player for that. There's 2 piano spots, and I've been in it since first year. I'm very lucky to have been under the direction of the jazz director here, Dr. Kevin Watson. And then this year, Dr. Bobby Thompson, who's also the head of saxophones here. It's a really great ensemble. If you've ever been in like a jazz band in high school, it will be a lot different than that, I would say. And I'm also in the Western Jazz Combo here, one of 2. And that has been, I think, the best experience that I've had at this school. It's incredible to get to work with people who are real professionals, like the people that you read about online. To get to work with them in a room with 4 other people on a regular basis, like every couple days, is something that's very invaluable. For me, being at university, specifically being at this school studying music, it's a platform, it's a starting point, right? Like you have class, I don't know, like 6 or 7 hours a day, and you have that's counting ensembles and practicing. But I mean, what do you do with the rest of your time, right? You're given a building that's filled with like hundreds of rooms of pianos or just space to practice in. And not all of your practice needs to be practice for your lessons or practice for ensembles. You're open to do any other projects that you want. And it's really a springboard. The Western campus is like really a springboard for you to do what you'd like to do. In terms of music, there's like gigs available at the grad club. Like we play gigs there like about once a month. Up at the Wave, they're constantly doing shows. I mean, talk to faculty members, talk to upper year students, or talk to students in your year and get a band going and like rehearse in one of these amazing rooms, you know. And so being here is a step, I think. I think it's a first step. And what you choose to do with like what you learn here and what you're granted here is really up to you. And there's lots of opportunities available. I think what's most important when you're deciding about whether or not to study music is whether or not you have like a passion and a drive for music. I think that is sometimes understated in its importance and undervalued too. It's not so much about credentials, I think, when you're coming here, not that those are negligible, but it's more about whether or not you have an interest. And when you audition here, they're looking for an interest. I think they're looking for a passion. And if you know that you have it, then they'll know too, in a sense. And when you're considering coming here to study, just ask yourself the question of like, would I be happy studying anything else? I think that if we ask ourselves that, and we ask ourselves what we really want to study, I think that you'll know deep down that you do want to study music, and Western's a great school to do it at.